Alright, we good? Good. Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're reviewing replays of games I've played in the past. The reason why, this game is pretty high stakes. I'd say it's pretty stressful just to get a few things down. So this is my base, and this is the enemy's base. We're playing cooperative, which means 2 players with 1 core. And today we're going to review that, what I've done, and how did I get a win. Spoiler, I did get a win. And let's get this start over with. For me, I wasn't too sure. I wasn't too sure if it was cooperative. I couldn't tell if there was another base over here, over yonder, right here. It was 2v2. Do have popcorn. So I sold off the gunner for more resources. I have no idea why my buddy did this. He's going to leave here momentarily and just leave me out in the wilderness. I don't know if chat's gonna pop up here. Momentarily. Actually, I'm gonna let the video play for itself, and then we could do a commentary afterwards. Oh yeah, he did leave. Yeah. Yeah, well, it was moments ago when my teammate left, so I was just only one on the team. And that concludes the replay. Alright, starting from beginning. Once again, this was cooperative. This was cooperative, so I had 2 hands on a single cord. Up until that one point where my teammate just left, I knew I was at a disadvantage, so I had to boost things up just to catch up. Now, I looked over here at least like once later in the game, and I'm gonna get to that in a moment. I don't know what was my teammate doing up until this point, until he left. So, it was just all hands on deck. Let's skip it a little bit further. Yeah, at that point, I knew I was behind, so I put down the armory so I could get early access to the munitions plant. Adding more for stability. Skip it in a little more. I typically don't do this because the dispersion rate is so wide. You can tell how much it spreads. It's really much more of an annoyance than anything. I think it costs more to fire that than me to repair all this armor. Okay, just a little bit here. I realized from multiple games I played in the past that other players like to, let me show you, likes to do whatever this is, slanted armor up, like space armor. Oh, here's a munitions plant. Now with that, I set that down as soon as the armory is complete. Now I will be early into the game, but still at a disadvantage. Adding more power so I can generate more energy, more materials so I can build. Yeah, as you can see, slanted armor up. Now at that point, the munitions plant is set and done. Now, what I needed to do immediately was set down either a 20 mil or a cannon. There it is. Now they're still doing that. I have no idea why they did that so late in the game. They're at a disadvantage. I honestly thought I was at a disadvantage during this gameplay. I don't know. So since I had a 20 mil down, a AP sniper could easily penetrate through this one beam, foreground beam, and this armored door and hit my 20 mil and make that game over for me. Now I put armor down here as well, just for defense and even out the weight. As you can see how red these beams are. So I also put down a rocket, EMP rocket, so I could have a little fun, impede whatever they're doing over here, because it stops the functionality of these gunners, and also impedes, I think, building materials. Yeah, you can see how late they were into the game of munitions. While I had a 20 mil already up, while theirs is still building. My mentality, I looked over here, since they had already built all of this, say like this square right here costs about 500 energy and 200 metal just to create. With all of that, they're late in the game. At this point, I'm sure they're panicking because I already had a 20 mil while theirs is still going down. It takes some time, like 90 seconds for the munition plants to build, and depends on which cannon you take 65 to 90 minutes again. So they're already late in the game. At this point, I didn't even look over here unless I was firing. Made a stupid mistake here. I thought I had the metal. Now, stupid mistake. Now that I liked to do a door snipe, so what I like to do is bait the gunners because they fire AA automatically. So what I like to do is fire off the rocket and then shoot. Doing a double door snipe, great. I knew with all of that material on top, it's going to be super heavy on the base. And I could win easily with just a rocket and a 20 mil. Alright, that concludes this replay. As you can see, it's a cooperative. And you see 2 players with 1 core, and I was just alone. Alright, we're back. Alrighty guys, back into the forts replay. I am going from the present to the past. So this is my second gameplay, a little bit earlier to go. Excuse me. So in this gameplay, in a little bit, I thought I might well do a swarm rush. And it takes 2 swarm missiles silos right here and upgrade 1 to a nuke. And I'll just let the gameplay speak for itself. This one took a little bit longer. I forgot to mention that this side is my ally side. This is me on top, and this is my ally. He did a very smart thing and set down the armory early game. And this is my enemies. My get bad guys. Interesting. Oh, his base ripped apart, that's why. I was so confused, why? Kinda sad. Sure, it's this one or that one. Oh. Why did he do that? I'm sure he could have, like, tried to replace that armored door with something else. I don't know if he knows, but you can't overlap. You can't overlap materials to avoid that. Kind of sad that he had his base collapse like that. I don't know what that was. Getting down to my kernels. Oh. No, I'm done. Deck gun. I'm sure at this point my opponent's just done. He could be new to the game as well. And the fact that he was done too, because I don't see him doing anything. Well. Yeah, too little too late. It was kind of bad on his part too, because his teammate already jaded out. Just a deck gun. Originally thought, I'll wait. Alright, at this point, I knew I wanted to try a Swarm Rush, and especially with a Nuke Rush as well. I had to place down a lot of things since the early game in order to get set up really early and get ahead from my enemies. bad guys. Yeah, it was just up until like here that I wanted to decide. Finally, I wanted to do soul missiles. I'm sure that this enemy right here, this bad guy, was pretty new to the game because he didn't do a whole lot. No, excuse me. Didn't do a whole lot overall. Same thing with this one. He's a little bit more experienced. A little bit more experienced. I forgot what I was about to say. Yeah, whatever. Yep, cover up my upgrade center. Don't let my enemies know what I'm doing next. Already had a armored door here already, so I might as well utilize it. Sort up my machine gunner so I can get resources back and recycle them. Yeah, I'm sure that he's pretty new to the game, because that's a lot of materials to be setting out like that. Should place that like that to avoid swinging that door off. Yeah, there it goes. Now let's scooch it up a little bit more. You know, that's a lot of materials and not a lot of using your technology get with your weapons out early, because this is a lot. I suggest not doing it. I'm sure this guy has been floating resources for a long time, because he's not building too much. I think. Yep, since I already had the swarm missiles already, might as well use them to disrupt the enemy. And since I already had the resources, might as well upgrade that one swarm missile that I've already fired. Upgrade it to a nuke so I could be ahead of the game once again. And since the other swarm missile silo has been ready, might as well use it as well. I guess my teammate was ready for a swarm missile rush as well. I don't know. I guess he was just preparing. I will pause this right here real quick. Hello? Alrighty, guys, I'm back. Sorry that my father needed something from me, and then I also need to use the bathroom as well. Apparently, taking a multivitamin with a lot of B vitamins as well can really make you want to use the bathroom. Although, you should keep hydrating, even since you take in a multivitamin even afterwards, because it takes a lot of water out of you. Alright, let's come back. Where was I? Oh, yes. Might as well use the remaining swarm missiles to use it and impede the enemy. It's very late into the game, I can tell. I had swarm missiles up while I was just placing down the armory, and I don't know what that one's called. I don't look at it. I just know it gives me some games, some weapons to unlock. I just look at it. This is a lot of metal. I knew that he was playing some game because of the amount of metal that he has. Because it takes a lot of materials to repair those doors. I wouldn't suggest it until you get a major weapon down, like a laser beam or say like a cannon 20 mil. Those are your weapons. Triple door those weapons, and then that's it. Just by placing this one square right here, this will make space for my swarm missiles to avoid my base, but yet has enough space so I won't hit my teammate here. At this point, I don't know what my teammate was doing. I knew that he was doing this. It was kind of sophisticated, so to say. So I'm pretty sure he's getting like a big weapon or lacking. I don't know. I was too focused on hitting the bad guys. Once that missile hits, I knew it was game. Because it takes a lot of materials to stop those fires, do repairs, and then also build it back up again, impeding their materials to send out lightning. Yeah, I was also aiming for this turbine here, so I could make them like black energy production. Might as well. I just hit them with the swarm missiles and nukes, so it could also be placing down weapons. And with that, landing a nuke costs a lot to repair those doors and impeding the materials for them to place down weapons and do others. Because I know it takes a lot, because I was been there. A while ago, this is not me though, a while ago I was pretty inexperienced myself as well. I knew it was a game since they had already a nuke out, and just like this, it takes a lot to repair and replace those doors. I knew it was game. It was whether the fact my teammate was coming up online and to assist me. So I was just the only one competing and technically destroying their resources in their base. I mean, technically I was the one on offense, the only one on offense. These, they're just defending themselves, I guess. Just a little too late. I forgot the word. Some point or another is just they started separating the times between the nuke and the swarm missiles. I guess, yeah, it does take a little bit longer time for the nukes to come online. Swarm missile rush is pretty effective, but not always. I'd say it's like a good 6 out of 10. And even less like, up against more experienced players. Yeah, I knew that they were pretty well defended, so that's why I needed to get rid of those AAs so my nukes and swarm missiles can be effective. Yeah, up to this point, I still don't know what my teammate was doing, up until he had his 20 mils out and firing. I don't know what that was. I saw it was a 20 mil. I thought it was this thing, but it was still okay. Yeah, I wanted to get MG missiles so I can also construction stops whatever is happening over here. I felt bad, but I might as well. I like the energy shields because they're pretty effective at defending. What I saw was one energy shield can tank a whole cannon round with little to no splash damage, and also can repair its energy within a given amount of time. Yeah, this was blocked by this ground beam, and you couldn't shoot out its shields. Oh, I thought I could collect something. Yeah, this I don't know why it did that. I'm pretty sure it's the reload time differences between the swarms and the nukes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just boost this up real quick. Now at that point you can connect to that door and sell it off. Take those lost materials, recycle them back. That's game, and that's it for this replay. It is about, I believe, 40 minutes. Yeah, 41 minutes. I'm gonna stop this here, keep it short. Alright, see you in the next video.